What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Saturday, October 4th, 2025. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest that's on with me today. She is a multimedia journalist out in the city of Palo Alto at the Daily Post. She also went to San Francisco University and she also went to Skyline College. We are going to talk to her and get to know her why of getting into journalism, but also ask her some get to know you questions. Without any further ado, I introduce you the talented Adriana Hernandez. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
No, absolutely. It's a pleasure having you on. No question. And I want to say this before I get to the first question. You look absolutely lovely today. Just want to throw that
Thank
out
you.
there as well. No question. No question. That has to be stated. Um, my first question to you is the same, Adriana, as it always is with everybody that hops on here. And that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models, any inspirations, maybe growing up? But ultimately, what is your why for getting into the journalism industry?
That's a good question. I grew up a really curious kid. I was always asking questions, wanting to know everything.
Mhm.
And, I grew up in a Hispanic household where only Spanish was spoken, and Spanish is my first language. So I grew up in a community where I feel like a lot of people weren't understood because of the language barrier.
Right.
And so wanting to represent that community kind of drove me to journalism, I'd say.
Hmm. Now, did you grow up in California?
I grew up in San Francisco. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So I love that Cali connection that we got here. Although you're northern, I'm southern. I love that. That's amazing. I want to ask you this. How special is it? And this is kind of a bonus question, but how special is it for you to be Hispanic, and be a journalist, because you don't see a lot of Hispanic journalists out there, especially Latina women, Hispanic journalists. How special is it to be a journalist in your hometown and also be Hispanic, representing? Because I'm sure there's like little girls and girls that come up to you that may ask you questions or see you on TV or read your columns or articles that you write. How special is it to do that in your hometown, state, city?
I think that it's so cool being able to speak two languages because I get to speak twice the amount of people, twice the amount, compared to somebody who only speaks English. And so being able to speak to a community that feels unheard is amazing because I get to be that voice that they have been wanting or needing. Um, yeah. So, and to your other question of being reached out to or by like younger people or younger kids, I think that the Hispanic community of journalists is really tight, and so it's really cool being able to connect with other journalists because we get to talk about those difficulties that come across with being Hispanic.
Right, right, absolutely. Listen, I totally understand. Obviously, you and I are both minorities, and you don't really see a whole lot of our faces on TV or in journalism a whole lot. And it's really cool to see faces like ours because it gives hope to other people, like you said, that's younger, that wants to be in this journalism industry. Because we need more journalists, we need more people in this industry. Although you may do, I don't, do you just do news or because I'm sports, but what genre of do you do in journalism?
So at the moment, I'm a reporter, a news reporter for the Daily Post, which is a print newspaper. I'm not on TV or anything like that. I've made appearances, but like in the background when there's like scrums, if anything. But I cover San Mateo County. So we
Mm,
go from like San Carlos, East Palo Alto, Menlo
right.
Park, Redwood City. So that's the area I cover, and I cover from school boards, council meetings, to a fire that just happened, to a murder, to case trials. So
Wow.
that's kind of the range of what I cover.
Okay, it really differentiates what you're trying to
Yeah.
say. So I appreciate that. I do. And my background is also in print, so I also relate to you on that as well. So I totally understand that. As I mentioned, you went to Skyline College, but you also went to San Francisco, if I'm saying San Francisco State University, or was it San Francisco University?
San Francisco State University.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
SFS University. So I want to know, were there any other schools that you were considering going to, or were you dead set on going to those two particular ones?
I was dead set on SF State only because I entered journalism wanting more to be on the photography side of things.
Mhm.
And there was a specific professor that I was kind of like interested in taking, and I didn't even end up taking it, which is kind of funny because I ended up just loving writing. I just ended up I loved writing. So,
Right.
I just ended up pursuing more so the writing aspect of journalism than the photography.
Would you ever want to either go into that realm of photography or be in front of the camera? Because obviously, I think the camera would love you if you did go in front of the camera. But at the same time, some people like to be behind the scenes, producers, and some people like to just do print. And I'm somebody that likes to do print as well. But eventually, I think I would like to go in front of the camera at some point. I'm just in no rush to do it.
Yeah, I that's kind of where I'm hoping to push my career towards.
Mhm,
In a few years, we'll see what happens, if the opportunity opens, and
mhm.
I'm for sure gonna go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you should. No question. I would love that for you. I want to ask you some favorite questions. And these are just some favorite questions that I have, and you just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions. Okay, so here we go. What is your favorite meal that you like to cook?
Hmm. I would say it's between like tacos or quesadillas. I think they're quick,
Mm,
easy, they're good. Who does not like them?
I know I wouldn't say that. I love me some tacos, girl. I do. I love me some tacos. Don't matter if it's chicken, steak, or beef, whatever it is, don't matter. I love me some tacos. That's actually my favorite to make too, but and also for the same reasons because it's very quick, it's fast. I don't have to like make a full course meal. You can probably throw some French fries on there too, because I'm a huge tacos and fries person, so I'm with that. So yeah, I'm with you on that. Okay, that's what's up. Favorite concert you've ever attended?
So I've never been to a concert.
Oh, Adriana, we gotta change that. We're gonna change that, girl. For sure, for sure. Okay. Let me ask you, what is a artist then that you would like to see in concert?
I would like to see J. Cole.
Hmm, okay,
Yeah.
you got some good music taste. All right, I'm with you on that. Yeah, J. Cole is definitely my top five, no question. I've been
Okay.
rocking with him, ever since he had the fade. Not just the
Mhm.
braids, but the fade with the workout song. So you already know what it is. Okay. That's
Yeah.
what's up. I'm with you on that. All right. Favorite place, Adriana, you ever traveled to?
Most recently, just last year, I went to Arizona. And usually I
Okay.
always travel during Christmas or like the holidays. I travel back to Guatemala, which is where my family's from.
Okay.
But last year I like ventured out of that and I went to Arizona and it was so beautiful. I got to see the Grand Canyon. It was amazing.
Mhm. Love Arizona, no questions. It's very damn hot out there. I ain't gonna lie about that, but love Arizona for sure. One of my favorite places I've ever went to as well. I would say Jamaica is my favorite place. Got a chance to go there. My dad set up a cruise on my dad's side of the family. Went there on a cruise. Absolutely loved it. We'll be going back there at some point. I don't know when, but at some point, definitely going back there for sure. So, okay, that's what's up. I'm a sports person, so I want to ask you this sports question. It's a two-part sports question.
Okay.
Favorite sport you like to watch on TV? Favorite sport you like to attend in person? They can be the same sport.
Oh, I would say soccer. I'm a
Okay.
soccer fan. Yeah,
What's your team?
yeah. So as you might know, the World Cup is coming up,
Mhm.
and at the moment, I'm rooting for my country, but it doesn't look very good.
Mm,
So, yeah.
mm. I got you. Well, listen, we can keep hope alive. That's for sure. No question. But I'm gonna be rooting for them too. And yes, I'm a huge World Cup fan. I wouldn't say huge like soccer as far as Premier League and MLS, but when it's like the World Cup, I'm all in. No matter if it's men's or women. So I cannot wait for that to come up. That's what's up. I love that.
Yeah.
Um, Last of the favorites, because I will be coming out there to San Francisco I would say very soon. Yeah, very soon, because the Super Bowl obviously is out
Oh,
there this year.
yeah.
Yes, the Super Bowl is out there, and I'm going to be covering that. So I want to know, what are some places that I should go eat at?
Oh God. Um, I don't know if I'm the best person to be asking this. Listen, I'm like a big homebody. I think that like as a news reporter, I have been sent out to so many different places. So when I get the opportunity to be at home, I will gladly be at home. So,
I love that. I do love that. I really do, Adriana. And listen, um, I wasn't expecting that answer. I'll be honest with you, but at
I'm
the same
sorry.
time, you're so good. You're so good. I just love being able to go out. I'm a huge foodie, so I love different foods and different stuff like that. But I know going out there in San Francisco will be my second time, so I'm not too familiar with the city out there. But I know Super Bowl week, which is my birthday week. I definitely want to at least go somewhere, have a good time, turn up, and do that. Maybe you can like be on lookout for me. I love Italian food and I love steakhouses, so
Okay,
I love
okay.
those. So yeah, if you let me know what's good, I can definitely decipher what I would like to do and stuff like that. And obviously, I definitely want to say hello to you while I'm out there for sure.
I'll keep that noted. Yeah, I'll make a
Yeah,
list for
no,
you.
please do, please do. I want to ask you now about your day-to-day process. As you know, as a journalist, no 2 days are ever the same. Every day is different. We're doing a different story, talking to somebody different. That's kind of why we love the job, because the job is unknown to us. We never know what's going to happen, but it's also exciting to know that you're going to be doing something every day and something different. Tell me about your process, especially being in print, because I understand what print is. You go in, you try to write a story. I don't know if you're on page designs. I was on page design. I had to edit photos, take photos. I had to do that for sports in my section. But tell me about how many articles you typically write a week. What hours do you normally work? Mine was like 2 to midnight, or sometimes 3 to midnight. um, Talk about your process and what days you also get off as well.
Oh, so I will say, this is my first journalism job after
Okay.
graduating. I graduated, I want to say it's going to be 2 years now,
Wow.
next
Okay.
year. Yeah. So I've been at the Post since April. Um, and this is my first journalism job and first time being surrounded by print, I would say. Because in my college paper, we were mostly online. So this is a
Mm,
completely different shift for me.
right.
Uh, and day to day, I write between 3 to 4 stories. Only because we are such a small team. It's me and another reporter, and then we have our managing, and then our main editor in chief.
Yep.
And so, and thankfully, I don't do any layout. That is not on me. But I do like take my own photos. I usually have to submit pitches like around 12 to 1. Deadline is at
Mhm.
6 every single day.
Wow.
And print or like the finished pages usually have to go off to print around 9:30. So, it's a
Sure.
quick
Sure.
turnaround sometimes.
Now, how much do y'all? Because we were 5 days a week before I went freelance and came up here and started doing my thing. I remember we was 5 days a week in Minnesota. Then we went down to 4 days, and then we used to do like an e-newspaper online, almost every day. So how often do you guys print?
So, I work from Monday through Friday,
Mhm.
and I have to, usually I submit stories from Tuesday to Friday for print. But we print every single day except for Sundays and Tuesdays.
Sundays and
Hmm.
Tuesdays a little different. Okay. Now you say the deadline's at 6. So are you somebody that's early in the morning? Are you getting there like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and then you leaving at like 5:30?
So, because of how small of a team we are,
Mm-hmm.
um, we like ourselves have to like proofread pages when they are like finished off in design. So
Yep.
my day-to-day schedule is from like 11:30 to like 8:30.
Okay, that's not
Yeah.
bad. That's not a
No.
bad schedule at all. Not at all. I love that. I love the fact that you write. You say 3 to 4 stories a day, because people that most people understand what the broadcast journalism side is, right? You watch something on TV, you got teleprompters that you're reading. If you're an anchor, if you're a reporter, you're probably an MMJ setting up your equipment outside. But for print, it's a totally different ball game. You are going out, you're pretty much out and about wherever you're covering all day long. You come back into the office, you're writing and writing and writing, and pretty much you're just there just writing and editing your photos and trying to get this stuff done before deadline and before the pages have to be due. Now, mind you, when I worked, we did sports, so a lot of sports, sometimes they didn't finish in time, so we would have to put them online, but we would have to get everything done by at least 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock p.m. is when our pages had to be done. And I remember doing layout. I hated layout. Oh my gosh, I hated layout. I really did. I was like, I don't like layout because sometimes, Adriana, as you know, you are like searching for stuff to put on these pages because you don't have any events going on. You don't have nothing going on. So now you got to search for stuff and you're looking for stuff to put on. It's like, oh my gosh. And it's crunch time. So, it gets like that sometimes, but people won't know that unless they work in an actual newsroom. Like they would not understand what it goes on and what happens. And you talked about the length of the staff, which is very tiny. And that's exactly how my newsroom was. We had one other sports person. We only had one news reporter, and then we had somebody that was doing classifieds, a couple people doing like advertisements, and an editor in chief. That's about it,
Yeah.
which is probably something similar to what you got going on with yours. So,
Yeah. Very similar.
totally, totally understand that. But it's a great segue to this next question because I want to talk to you about mental health and work-life balance. Now, the reason why I bring it up is because in my 8 years that I've been in this industry, I've seen many journalists leave this industry because of their mental health being affected. I've seen many people leave because of their work-life balance, not being able to have a grip or a hold of that. And it's tough because I don't think you ever will get 100% of work-life balance being in this industry. It's a wonderful industry to be in because I feel like it's a calling. I feel like I love sports with a passion. I love talking to the kids. They're extremely funny. These college kids and high school kids, they have so much energy, and it's amazing. But there's also a B side where you have to miss a lot of time with family and friends. Sometimes you have to miss celebrations. Sometimes you have to work through holidays because news never stops, sports never stop. So I want to ask you, Adriana, how do you keep your mental health strong, but also still have that work-life balance? Because you seem like a wonderful lady to be around. I certainly wouldn't mind being around you, and I'm sure your friends and family feel the same way. But you also seem very dedicated to your job. So how do you keep that balance?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still so early in my career. That's kind of a hard question to answer. Only
Mhm.
because I feel like I have so much energy. This being my first job, like I'm hustling every single day, like my dad taught me to.
Yep.
And like I'm on that grind. And sometimes like I do recognize I don't have as much time as I would want for family, for friends. But I think that when you have such a healthy newsroom and colleagues that support you and friends that understand where when you just can't make it to certain things, I think that kind of helps
Absolutely.
alleviate the stress of like, oh, I'm not doing enough for maybe my family or, and so on.
Absolutely.
So I think that I have such a good support system that helps me day to day, and when they notice I get too jumbled up in what isn't going on in the news today, reading it and also doing it myself,
Right.
they kind of help me step out of that when I need to be,
Absolutely. And you talked about it. Great support system. I love that answer. Now, I want to know, obviously, I want to know when you was in college and you was with the news, with your newspaper or, doing writing for that. Did you do it like both years and you was at San Francisco State?
So I did it for 3 semesters. So uh, it was like a year and a half, I want to say,
Okay, year and
that
a
I did
half.
it
So,
for. Yeah.
so I want to ask you, did you ever while you're taking, because you're also taking classes too. I don't know if you worked as well while you was in college as well, but I'm saying you had different things going on. Did you ever, in your mind, experience burnout or experience like you were overwhelmed at any point doing those things?
Overwhelmed, definitely. I mean,
Okay.
when I was in college, I had a part-time job. I worked at a dog hotel. So we had
Okay.
early morning hours. There would be times when I had a 6 a.m. shift from, let's say, 6 to 2. And then right after that shift, immediately I have to like get home, get my books, and go to school. And, it's either I was EIC for a semester and then I was managing for another. It's either, I had to like do newspaper stuff or attend classes right after my job. So I was definitely hustling back then too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds like it. Now, did you
Yeah.
like that? Did you enjoy that?
I will say, like, the way that my father raised me was to just hustle, man. Like, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it good. I'm gonna be good at it, and I'm gonna keep working at it until I perfect it and get to where I want to be. And so, still having a goal in mind in my career to maybe hopefully get into broadcasting, that's just the mentality I'm still kind of, you know, pushing along with. And I don't know, seeing my father do it for so many years for himself and for his family kind of motivates me. And, if he was able to do it for so many years, I can too. And I'm still at a young age. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. No question. And I love that. I love the fact that your father provides so many inspirations. He must be an incredible man, no question about that. And I love the fact that we're talking about that because, like I said, mental health and work-life balance, in your case, school-life balance, because you just graduated last year, as you said, um, you can experience those things. It's burnout, overwhelmed. Sometimes, people will be like underpaid because this industry doesn't pay you a lot of money right off the bat. You got to be able to work and work and be able to build up to be able to even have a shot to get some kind of bread or get some kind of money in this. Um, I want to ask this bonus question though, because you said that you kind of diversify when it comes to your different stories that you do. Like you have done all different kinds. I want to ask you about hard news stories in particular. How often do you take those home with you, or do you leave them at the job? Because sometimes it's very hard for journalists to separate themselves from the hard news stories. How do you deal with that?
yeah, I mean, just recently, I not that long ago. I think it was like maybe a month ago. I covered a murder trial, and you know, I would try and leave it at home, but sometimes, throughout the day or my weekends, like I'd think about it, but I try and like distract myself and, consuming so much news while working in news, you know, takes a toll on your mental health. And so I kind of go back to that really good support system that I have with my family and friends where they recognize that, like, there are things that maybe shouldn't be talked about in front of me, just to distract me and, make sure I'm not so in this big rabbit hole of like what's going on in the world and what I'm writing about, So,
No, I do. It's a question worth asking because sometimes people get a misconception of what journalism really is. It's not always going to be the cookie cutter stories that make you smile and laugh. Some stories are very tragic and horrific, like you just said, a murder trial. That it doesn't get much horrific than that. And then it's hard to deal with. Sometimes people, I mean, they deal with it in a plethora of ways. Don't get me wrong, but it's just very hard to deal with it and leave it at work. I've had many people on my podcast tell me about therapy or tell me about um, talking to their families, having long conversations with their loved ones about it, so that way they can be able to deal with it a lot better. So it's definitely a question that was worth asking. But again, it's another great segue because Adriana, I want to ask you now about advice. Now you were editor in chief in your college. You was a reporter in college. You did that for 3 semesters. Now you're a graduate. I'm sure there's probably interns or people that maybe come to the Daily Post that want to write something or contribute in some kind of way. Or maybe even some college students that may be coming up in San Francisco State University that want to do journalism. What kind of advice would you give those individuals that want to pursue journalism as a career, like you?
I would say to take advantage to whenever you are surrounded by other journalists, because sometimes it's not about what you know, but it's about who knows you. And I feel like I've gotten so many great opportunities being connected with other journalists. So surrounding myself with good people, what has always gotten me to good opportunities. And so I think that you just being smart about the way you move and the way that you present yourself when these opportunities would come up, I think has opened so many doors for me.
You hit the nail on the head, girl. There's no question about that. And that is some really, really good advice because especially in this industry, it's definitely about more so because everybody more than likely is going to have a degree, maybe even two. They're going to have some experience with internships or working at the schools, but it's really about the networking aspect of it. And that's the toughest part for some people because it's hard to reach out to individuals that you don't know, especially when you get rejected all the time, or you're like, no, no, I don't want to talk to you, or you don't get read, or you're left unread. But networking is so key because, like you said, it's not just about what you know, but it's also about who you know and who can help you. And I've definitely got my first couple of jobs in this industry based upon that, for sure, of networking and being able to build those relationships as well. Um, we've reached the portion of my podcast, so now we're going to play my interactive game called This or That. It's a game I like to play with all of my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. So it's very simple, Adriana. I'm going to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, here we go. Out of these two restaurants, which restaurant would you rather eat at? Texas Roadhouse or Longhorn Steakhouse?
Roadhouse.
Okay, okay. You like the cinnamon rolls, don't you? You like messing with the honey? I know
Uh,
it.
they're good. They're good.
I'm with you, girl. I'm with you. I like them too. I like them too. That's my favorite restaurant, by the way. So that's my favorite. So I love that. Next one, chicken wings. Which flavor would you rather put on a chicken wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Barbecue.
Okay. Now, do you like your wings wet or dry?
Oh, what?
Oh, okay. Now, do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Oh, that's kind of hard. Um, I like I like a variation of both. Like sometimes I'm feeling boneless, sometimes I like it. So right now I'm feeling boneless. We'll go with
Mm,
that. Yeah.
okay, okay. Now listen, you like to get a little messy, 'cause I like them wet too. I like wet wings too. Get a wet wipe and go to work. So I love that. I love the fact that you do that. So we vibing right now, Adriana. I like that. Let's see if we can keep this going. The next five questions that I have for you are going to be questions of which music concert you rather attend. Okay? Which artist would you rather see in person? So here's the first one. Which artist would you rather see in person? Chris Brown or Usher?
Chris Brown. uh,
Are you
Usher's
sure?
good.
Okay.
Usher's good. Usher's good.
Mm-hmm.
Usher's good.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
right now, oh my God, I he's on tour and I'm seeing everybody post about it and I'm like, I wish that was me. So
I feel it. I feel it. And listen, if you haven't went to his 11/11 tour, which I had the opportunity of going to it, it was great. He was awesome. No question about it. It's not too many male singers I'm gonna go out there and see. Let's just keep it a buck. But he is definitely one of them because he's just uber talented. No question about that. So okay, Breezy, I'm with you on that. Which music concert would you rather go see? Drake or Kendrick Lamar?
hmm, Drake.
Go see Drizzy. Okay, okay, I'm with you
Yeah,
on that.
Drake.
You in the minority on that one, but listen, that's okay. A lot of people said Kendrick on this thing, but I love that. Speak your mind, girl. Do what you do. Okay? All right, here we go. Here's the next one. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Ariana Grande or Dua Lipa?
Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I
I
like
grew up with
Ariana
her,
Grande.
so
Okay. Did you see Wicked?
no, I haven't. I'm very late with movies.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. We gonna talk about that offline. We're gonna talk about that offline. Okay. Because Wicked 2 is coming out in November. So you definitely gotta see Wicked 1. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. All right.
got some
No
catching up
judgment.
to
You
do.
definitely do. You definitely do. But here we go. Here's the next one. Which music concert would you rather go see? Beyonce or Rihanna?
Rihanna.
Ooh, okay. You was quick. You was quick on that one. So you are not a part of the beat. You are not a part of the Beehive.
No, no, I'm not. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right. Listen, girl, do what you do. This is you. I love it. I would say Rihanna too, though, because Rihanna don't do concerts. So I want to be able to see her at some point. I've done three Beyonce concerts for event security. I'm tired of seeing B. I'm ready to see Rihanna. That's for sure. Okay, I'm with you on that. Last one of the music concerts. Which music concert would you rather go see? Lil Wayne or J. Cole?
J. Cole. No question about that one. Yeah.
Okay, so you all about J. Cole. Okay, all right, all right. So what's your favorite J. Cole song? If you could
Oh.
pick one.
Oh God. Oh, that's hard. Cause I mean, like, there's like the classic that I feel like majority people say, "Love Yours." You really can't go wrong with that one.
Oh no, you can't go wrong with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll probably stick with that one for today.
Okay. Just to be different, I would say Under the Sun for me.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I like that one. I like that Under the Sun with him and the baby and Homeboy. Yeah, that one's fire.
Mm.
But Forest Hill Drive, his album was dope. No question about that. So yeah, I'm a huge J. Cole fan. I can rap to you about that all day. And got a chance to before he stopped it, I did get a chance to go do his Dream Fest, his Dreamville Fest.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
yes, because he put it on in North Carolina, which is
Yeah.
obviously where he's from. And I was in Atlanta, Georgia. North Carolina is only 3, 4 hours away. So I went there. We got a chance to do that. So that was pretty amazing.
Wow. Look at you. I wanted to go. Yeah.
Yeah, well, listen, you got to take advantage of some things when you are present there. And I'm a huge music. But for music and sports, that's my thing. And theater too. I'm a theater person too, but music and sports is one and two for sure. I want to ask you now about sports. Which is your favorite sport out of these two to watch on TV? Basketball or baseball?
Hmm. Oh, I would say baseball. Yeah.
We got okay. I'm with you on that.
Although, I don't know, cause I much rather see sports in person. If I had the opportunity, I'd much rather see it in person. But
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
if any,
Now you know you in the city where the Golden State Warriors play.
I do know. Yeah, I'm not. I don't actively watch as much basketball as I should. I will say. I
Okay,
keep up
well
with the
listen.
games. Like I like to see like when they're playing, what the score is at.
Hmm.
But I find myself watching a little bit more baseball, if anything.
That's okay. That's all right too. Obviously, Giants are out there as well. As
Not looking
sure,
good,
no
but
doubt.
yeah, we're out here.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying about that. I wish I could disagree with you, but I can't. But you know what? Obviously, if you need to learn more basketball, you got a new friend here. Obviously, in me, I'm all about the sports. I cover it, so I can definitely update you about different sports and stuff like that. And you can help me with soccer, because I damn sure need some help with that. There's no question about that. I definitely need help with soccer for sure. Okay. Another sport question. Which sport would you rather play out of these two? Bowling or badminton?
Oh, badminton. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So that
Yeah.
tells me a lot, Adriana. So that means bowling you are not very good at.
It's not that I'm not good at it, but like if I have a choice
Hmm.
between this and that, I'm gonna go with that, you know?
I
So,
feel no, I feel that. Listen, I feel it, and no judgment here. I just, I'm just throwing it out there. But yeah, I like that. Okay, badminton is definitely a great sport. I love playing that sport. So it's amazing. Do you like desserts?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna name four categories of desserts. You have to choose one of these that you'll never eat again. One of these categories, okay? So here we go. The first category is gonna be grouped together. So it's cake slash pies. The next category is gonna be candy. The next category is gonna be cookies. The last category is gonna be ice cream. Which one are you getting rid of?
Oh, cakes and pies.
I know that kind of pains your face to say that because those are pretty good
No,
too.
I,
No?
I, no, it does not pain me to say it. I'm not a cake fan, so if anything, gladly we'll take them out.
Okay. So what is your favorite ice cream?
Um, oh, that's hard. I love ice cream.
Okay,
If
okay.
anything, strawberry would be my go-to flavor.
I feel that. I feel that. It's a nice safe choice. I love strawberry too. I'm a huge strawberry person. So huge cookies and cream person too. So I love that. Okay. Do you like potato chips?
Yeah, they're good.
Okay. So same format. I'm gonna ask you or I'm gonna name you, I should say, four different brands. You're gonna choose one of these to get rid of. So here we go. The first brand I'm going to say is Lay's. The next brand I'm going to say is Ruffles. The third brand I'm going to say is Doritos. The last brand I'm going to say is Pringles. Which one are you getting rid of?
Doritos.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay. All right. That kind of shocked me right there a little bit, but that's all right. I love that. Now you don't have to name the other three. But if I ask you, what is your favorite potato chip to eat, you would say,
oh, I'd say Lay's barbecue.
I would say, girl, you on point like a period. That's what I would say. No question. You are on point like a period. Yeah, Lay's barbecue is the ill. Yes, definitely good. You got some great taste in music, food. I think we're gonna be very good, girl. I think we're gonna be good. You did very good with this or that. Very decisive. I love that. I love that. Thank you for participating in that. My next question to you is called bucket list. And the reason why it's called bucket list is because I like to be able to people to project some of their goals. of what they want to do. I want you to give me a top four list of events or stories that you would like to do in your journalism career that you haven't done yet.
Wow. Top four, I would say I would love to cover the World Cup, either in any format, whether that be photography, writing, or if the opportunity comes, broadcasting.
Mhm.
Um, Next, I would say, I'm hoping to kind of move up from print to broadcasting, so I'm gonna list that as one of my bucket list
Okay.
um, items. What else? Mm, and let's throw in like the World Series in there too. I think that'll be, if the Giants do good, that'll be a nice thing to cover. um, yeah, I can't think of a fourth one though. Yeah.
You know what? You know what I think? I think you would be amazing on the red carpet. I think you would look amazing. I think you would also be amazing on the red carpet, like at a award show. I think you can get great conversations out of people. I don't know if it's Grammys or Oscars, but I just think a red carpet event, you would do amazing.
Thank you.
Even like a Met Gala, something like that. Like a Met Gala. Would you be interested in doing something like that?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, being surrounded by so many people that you maybe grew up with or watched on TV would be super cool. So, as journalists, we get to talk to all the people that others may not have the opportunity to talk to. So, I think that would be a great opportunity if I would ever come across it.
I'm just very happy that you named a couple of different sports in there. That definitely got me smiling as some of your bucket list items, because that's amazing. I love that. Now, I don't want to be a damper on that list. I don't know if the Giants are going to be in the World Series anytime soon. I'm not sure about that. But well, that's me as a Padres fan talking, because I'm a Padres fan.
Okay, okay.
Being from San Diego, I'm speaking like that. But I totally understand what you're saying about the Giants. I totally understand it, and I do like a couple of your players on the team. Rafael Devers, love him tremendously on the team. He's very good, and I like Ramos as well. Ramos is one
Okay.
of my favorite players. So yeah, oh yeah, I told you I'm well equipped in the sports game, girl. I know my shit. I know my shit for real. So that's what it is. Um, we talked about advice that you would give someone, but I want to know what is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to.
Oh, like journalism wise?
It could be both. It could be journalism or life, or both.
Um, oh wow. Wow, that you have me stumped on that.
That means it's a good question. I loved it. I love
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that like where I'm at, I have had so many people give me advice. It's kind of hard to pick and choose because all those same people, I kind of owe it to them for like one, the opportunities I've been given and the growth that I've seen within myself. So, oh yeah, I don't know. That's a hard question to answer, but if just to throw something out there, I'd say maybe like not get into my head so much when it comes to my writing,
Okay.
and learn how to be a little bit more confident in myself cuz uh at least pretending that I'm confident kind of shows to other people that I am. Kind of like a fake it till you make it type thing.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now that surprises me because it's very easy to talk to you on here, and you seem like a very confident type woman. Is that not naturally you?
Oh, well, I don't want to say it's all naturally me, but
Hmm.
if anything, it's been a learning curve. There's
Okay.
times where you are at a high and you feel great and amazing, and there's times when there's like lows and you feel down on yourself, or I don't feel
Mhm.
as confident in the work that I've been producing lately. So it just Comes and goes. You know.
Okay, in waves. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what you're saying. I feel that. I can feel that. Now, tell me a couple of stories that you have done, in your time here, and maybe even in college as well, if you want to go back that far, that have been very impactful to you.
Oh, I think of two stories. So in college, I covered a TPUSA event with swimmer Riley Gaines, and Riley Gaines went against trans swimmer Leah Thomas.
Right,
And so at our school, they were holding a speaking event, and that became into like the biggest news the next day because it was like all over so many websites. I remember seeing it on TMZ.
right,
It was like all over Twitter because we were live tweeting. What else? And I remember the next day my phone blowing up, having so many people asking me, "Can we use this from your coverage?" I got to be on live television and talk about the story that I wrote. So I think that's one of the top stories in college. And right now at the Daily Post, I'm covering the removal of the sheriff, San Mateo County Sheriff Christina Corpus. So that's one of the biggest stories in the Bay Area right now as well. So many
right.
other stations are covering it. So it's given me a taste of being around so many other colleagues and of different mediums. So yeah, I'd say those are my top two impactful stories in my career so far.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Now, recently, and please correct me if I was wrong, but I do have a few people that I know up there in the journalism space in the Bay Area. Y'all recently just had an earthquake, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to know your thoughts of what exactly, where were you at? What was going on in your mind when that earthquake was happening?
Well, if you're there's one recent earthquake that I remember that was early in the morning, at like
Hmm.
maybe 4 or 3. I was
Hmm.
in bed sleeping. So if that's the one you're talking about, I can't think of. Maybe I'm missing another one, but yeah.
Okay, so you really didn't even feel it. It didn't even affect you at all.
No, no. Yeah.
Yeah, see, being here on the East Coast, I normally typically wake up about I'll say 8:30.
Mm.
Sometimes either I'll head to the gym that day, or I'll just pull out my phone, start checking some messages, and I go on Twitter, and I see all these damn messages scroll down talking about the earthquake, 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 and I'm like, earthquake. So I reach out to a couple of people that I know out there in the Bay Area, and I'm like, yo, what happened? You got an earthquake? What's going on? And it was like, yeah, man, it was like a 2.7 this or 2 point something this. And I was like, wow, okay. And some of them were, a couple of them were kind of shook up by the earthquake. But you talking about you was
Yeah.
dead ass asleep.
Yeah, I mean,
He didn't even feel it.
where I live, it didn't really affect us as much. So,
Mm, I
yeah.
got you. I got you. Okay. Well, obviously, you being a California native, that's nothing new to you because anybody that grows up in California, we know earthquakes, mudslides, different things like that always happen in the Bay Area and in California. So that's just natural to us. But yeah, I just saw it blow up on Twitter so I had to ask you about that. I wanted to know exactly where you was and what you was doing. But good thing you was getting your rest and you
Yeah.
wasn't out and about. You wasn't out and about at that particular time. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I want to do some rapid fire with you.
Okay.
And what that means is I want to throw some things at you, and then you just the first thing that comes to your mind, I want you to just shout it out with glee. Okay, so here we go, Adrian. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Juice or soda?
Juice.
Ribs or chicken?
Chicken.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, here we go. Favorite color?
Blue.
Okay. Favorite Netflix TV show or TV series on television?
Oh, um, oh, I don't know. That's a hard one. I'm watching This Is Us on Netflix at the moment, so I'll say that.
Wow, that is a very sappy show right there, girl. There's no question about. Are you a Grey's Anatomy fan too?
No, 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 no. I honestly don't like watching TV shows. So this is probably like the third I've seen in my entire life.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
not a
Okay.
TV show fan. I prefer movies. You get to see the beginning and the end within the hour. So with shows, you have to like wait for the next episode. Yeah, no thanks.
This is true. Now, well, I'm glad you said that because my next question to you was going to be favorite sports movie. Not just any movie, but favorite sports movie.
Oh wow. Um, God.
And there's some classic ones out there. There's Field of
Yeah.
Dreams. There's the Blind Side with Sandra Bullock. There's The Longest Yard with Chris Rock, Adam Sandler. Um, the Remember the Titans. Who? Come on, now, Remember the Titans
Oh,
with
what?
Denzel.
The movie that I'm thinking about is the one based off the A's. I think that's a good movie. What's?
Oh,
Do you
you
know what
talking
I'm
about
talking?
Moneyball?
Yes, thank you. That's a good movie. Yeah.
I told you I'm on my square, girl. I got you. No problem. No problem. Moneyball. Wow, that's the one with Brad Pitt and the story of the Oakland A's.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah. That's a
absolutely.
good one.
Okay. Favorite alcoholic drink.
I'm gonna go with cider. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I've ever had that. I don't think I've ever
Cider?
had cider.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I've never had cider. No. Mm-mm. I'm gonna have to try that. Cause yeah, for sure. I've never had cider. I'm more of a Hennessy type of Dulce type of guy. That's my drink.
Okay.
So yeah, Hennessy and Dulce. Um, if you had a choice to choose three people to take with you on vacation, so three plus one equaling four, who would those three people be and where would you go? Now, Adriana, before you choose, you can choose family, friends, or celebrities.
Oh, wow. Let's see. I would pick my mom,
Okay,
um, my sister,
okay.
and my friend. Her name is Donna. Shout out to Donna.
Shout out to Don. Okay. Where would you
And
go?
where would we go? Anywhere. This could be anywhere.
Anywhere. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Let's say Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all will get into all kinds of trouble, you foreign women. But definitely, no question about it. Miami is definitely a popping place for sure. No question. Now, if you had a choice to choose between three artists or three songs that you can listen to on repeat and never get tired of, who would those three artists or three songs be?
Oh, I would say J. Cole on that
Okay.
list. Um, we'll put, hmm, I'd say J. Cole, Future, and
Mm, okay, now. Future. I love that.
yeah. And then we're gonna throw in Maluma. I don't know if you heard of him, but he does like mostly Hispanic music.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Okay, you got a nice little vibe going. You must like to move and dance a little bit. Okay, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that because J. Cole got the rhymes. Future he got the bops. He got the ones. Sometimes he got the little lovey-dovey songs, but then he got them hard hitters too, like March Madness. If you understand what I'm saying.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
you got Maluma, which Maluma is definitely a vibe. So yes, absolutely, I know about that. I want to ask you this bonus question, and this is a concert that you rather go to? 'Cause I just thought about it. Obviously, with the performance, because everybody knows that Bad Bunny is going to be performing at the Super Bowl out there in San Francisco this year. Which concert would you rather go to? Would you rather go see Ozuna or Bad Bunny?
Oh wow, that's hard. Oh,
I know. I threw it out there because those are two artists I love. I love both of those artists.
yeah, I'm gonna say Osuna. Only 'cause like I'm a really big fan of like all of his old music. Like it you cannot go wrong. Yeah.
You right. I ain't gonna disagree with you now. You right. I can't understand much of what he's saying, but it sounds pretty good. It sounds good. He got a song though called Sosa that's really good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard the song.
Absolutely, yeah. So he is pretty dope. Couple more on the rapid fire. I want to ask you favorite board game.
Mm, oh, Monopoly.
Yep,
I think
yeah,
it's
that's
classic.
probably
Yeah.
that is classic. It's a great game. I love that game. It's my favorite too. Favorite card game.
Uno.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's also my favorite as well. Now, the final rapid fire question I got for you. If they came to you, Adriana, and said, "We love the work that you're doing, but we want you to cover a different genre of journalism. We no longer want you to do news." Which of these three genres would you cover? Would you cover entertainment? Would you cover travel? Or would you do sports? Which one would you do?
Sports.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, come on then. Don't waste your time, girl. We come on to our side. We want you. We want more sports people like you. Absolutely. Come on now. I love that. That makes me proud. That makes me very happy. I love that. This has been a really cool conversation talking to you. Really talking to you and getting to know your why of why you do what you do. Where you started growing up in San Francisco, doing your thing in the Bay Area, still doing your thing in the Bay Area, covering all different kinds of stories, which, it really diversifies your portfolio and it really brings credibility to you as a journalist to be able to differentiate and do all those different kind of stories because that's not a very easy thing to do, but you do it with such grace, and you do it with such talent that you have and passion that you have. So I'm really blessed to have people on my platform, including yourself, to be able to tell their stories and tell their whys of why they do what they do and be great representations of journalists in this industry. So I want to say thank you once again, Adriana, for coming on to my podcast. And my final question to you is there anything else you would like to add about yourself, the job, or anything at all before we conclude?
Oh, I think that we've covered it. I think we've covered the majority of it. So, yeah.
We did cover a lot, which is the whole point of this for sure. And I want you to enjoy the rest of your Saturday. You and I will definitely be in touch. There's no question about that. And I am a new fan of yours, so please keep killing it out there in the Bay Area. And we'll talk soon.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. You take care.
You too.